Hello, I'm Hedley, another fat bearded man talking about records, and I'm here to do a vinyl record haul. My previous three videos have been exclusively country music, and I promised on my last one that I would do something different. So this is going to be different, and also it's going to be considerably shorter than the last one. If anybody watched that half an hour ramble of my last video, I do apologise. I don't know what I was thinking. If anyone made it to the end, I will be sending medals out. Certificates of attendance will be issued, and there will be a help group for anyone who lasted the full 30 minutes. So this one is going to be shorter, although with me doing this now, that means it's probably going to be longer. So I better get straight into it. I found a couple of weeks ago a really nice haul of records from a charity shop in Leeds. It's a charity shop I hadn't been to before. I didn't know it even existed. I was just kind of taking a shortcut to pick up a parcel at a post office, and I came across this shop. I pulled up outside and I saw that they had a box of records. I leafed through those records, and they were the usual things. They were a bit of Mantovani, Liberace, the Sound of Music soundtrack, the same old, the usual suspects. I like a bit of Liberace. The film, Behind the Candelabra, very good. Anyway, so I kind of was about to give up. Then I noticed across the way on a table outside the shop there was a box, and I recognised that there were some records in that. So I went over, and you know that moment whenever you found a really good score that you kind of go, "Hoo!" and you worry that someone else is going to come over your shoulder and grab the records from you before you even get there, and you kind of hold them close, and you kind of wonder if there's anyone watching and it's a trick or something. Someone's going to come out and go, "Haha, those aren't for sale." But anyway, these were 50p each, and so let's start. First one, Bruce Springsteen, Lucky Town from 1992. I think I'll show the back. I never show the backs of records, do I? And I bet there's people out there that like that. I'm not going to show the label. I'm not that kind of a guy. So here's the front, there's the back. Yeah, and also for the first time I'm showing them in the polyliners I keep them in. So it might be a bit shiny. I'm just seeing how it goes for this one. So anyway, this album, I think it was released on the same day with another album, I think called Human Touch, which had a very similar look to it. It's okay. It's 92. Springsteen's always kind of interesting to listen to. It's got 90s production. There's a number of songs on here that I was familiar with. Probably the one that stands out is If I Should Fall Behind, which is a really nice song. So anyway, that was the first one I saw. Really nice to find that. It's a later 92 record, so that they're starting to phase them out, so it's nice to find that. Then I found Bob Dylan, Empire Burlesque. Now this is an album that was completely new to me. I had never seen this anywhere. I'd never seen it in the shops. I'd never really paid that much attention. I mean, clearly I'm a fan of Dylan from the 60s and 70s work. This is from '85, and there's the back. Yes, very nice. Didn't know much about it, picked it up, very 80s production. To tell the truth, it might be a little bit too 80s for my taste. I will give it a go, see if I can get through to the songwriting. But some of his later stuff, until he kind of got a renaissance, I mean his Christmas albums he did lately are brilliant, I love them. But this period, and I've got, what's it called? Under the Red Sky, which the opening song is Wiggle Wiggle, and that must be the nadir for his career, the nadir of his career. Anyway, so yeah, I had never seen this album, so it's interesting to pick it up. Okay, I'll put that back on the pile that I'm picking up from. Then I've got three from the same artist, Jimi Hendrix. This is Smash Hits. This was from I think originally 1969. I have got a 1969 edition. I think this is a later repress. But it's a good one. It's got most of the hits on it: Purple Haze, The Wind Cries Mary. I will probably, I'll have to give a thought about whether it's better quality than the original one I've got. It's a shame that it's, you know, not one of the original albums. It's one of these compilations. But still, nice bit of Jimi Hendrix for you. And again, Jimi Hendrix. This is just called Jimi Hendrix, Polydor. 1975, I think this was released. I think this is from 75. Actually, all of these, there's the back. All of these records are in absolutely great condition. All 50p each. This one's great to have as well, actually, if you're talking about the compilations, because this has Voodoo Child, Slight Return. This is probably my favourite tune of his. It's also got All on the Watchtower on it. So, very pleased to pick that one up. And then the third Hendrix is the Isle of Wight, here. Now that's kind of interesting because this is a recording from 1970, and this was the Isle of Wight Festival. He performed at the 30th of August 1970, and he died on the 18th of September. So it's one of the last concerts he gave. And actually, my sister was at this concert. The Isle of Wight Festival, for those of you in America who maybe don't know, is our equivalent of Woodstock. It had all the big bands there, The Doors, The Who, Hendrix, Miles Davis was there, Joni Mitchell, Chris Christopherson. Yeah. But yeah, and this has got him doing, there's the back. This has got him doing Midnight Lightning, Foxy Lady, All on the Watchtower. Yeah, so my sister was actually at this gig. My parents got married on the 25th of August 1970, and my sister had to leave early from the wedding. My half-sister had to leave early from the wedding to get down to the Isle of Wight. So I think she made it. So I like to think when I listen to this, I can hear her in the crowd, although I'm not sure she's a big shouter. Right, so a couple more. These are the ones I was probably most pleased to get hold of. This one, Grateful Dead, Working Man's Dead, from 1970. This isn't original. I think it's from a repress from about 1973 or something. This is, I already have this on CD. It was released the same year, 1970. It was released the same year as American Beauty. Which is another one I have. In fact, they're the only two albums by the Grateful Dead I own. I got those when I was kind of getting into country rock, and this does have more of a country rock, a bit bluesy, but really lovely album. So I'm really happy to get a copy of, or the Super Waste. Yeah, so Working Man's Dead. And then taking up the Jerry Garcia link, I've got New Riders of the Purple Sage, Powerglide. This was actually the first one I saw, and I kind of recognised, and I think it was the back I saw first, and I kind of recognised that. It's a very weird record because it's one of those records that's got a top loader, which is always confusing when you want to put them in like that into your yeah, Jerry Garcia's on this. The New Riders of the Purple Sage, they took their name from a group from the sort of 40s called the Riders of the Purple Sage. No surprise there. And they were a kind of a cowboy country western group, more up my street. New T-shirt. So yeah, it's again, it's in really good condition. It's not original, but I think it's from about somewhere around 1973 or something like that. A repress of that. Oh yeah, Jerry Garcia plays banjo on it, so that keeps the connection of the Grateful Dead stuff going on. Okay, and this is the last record. The last record I've got is probably the one I was most excited to grab hold of, and it is Captain Beefheart and his magic band, Lick My Decals Off, Baby. From 1970. There's kind of a link between sort of this one and the Grateful Dead, and maybe, you know, there's a very similar thing. Anyway, now this isn't an original. This is a pressing, a Rhino Records pressing, I think, from 2000. It's on 180 gram vinyl. Now, I have heard some Beefheart. Clearly, I've heard clearly, not clearly. I mean, you can't guarantee someone's heard a record. Stop talking nonsense, idiot. Anyway, so I have heard Troutmask Replica at a friend's house, and then Safe as Milk. I do have. I've got a copy of it that I taped off a friend years ago. And that's more kind of a, accessible Beefheart. Now it's starting to get more tricky. Now I'm a big fan of Tom Waits, and of course some of his later stuff is kind of very much influenced by Captain Beefheart. So I have listened to this. The problem with having this record is if I put it on, Mrs. Another Fat Bearded Man Talking About Records doesn't like it. So I have to take it off. She has no taste. She likes steps. Alright, love. Sorry. Yeah. Tea? Yeah, I love one. Right, anyway, so that's the last one I got. I'll leave it there. Really happy. So I'm going to be delving into Captain Beefheart, see if I can permeate the difficulty that there is with his stompy shouting, and get through to what the heart of it is. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this is shorter. I have no idea how long it is. So I will be back. I've got something coming up for the 1973 Gimme 1973, Gimme 10. So until I come with that, bye bye. It's been nice talking to you.